Taanshi, hello. Oh, yeah, let's get a little focus there. Hi, that's better. Taanshi, boozhoo, aaniin, hello. My name is Jack, and I'm doing a pick card reading for Mercury Retrograde. That is coming up in a couple of weeks, I believe. And actually, I recorded this yesterday, but I wasn't totally happy with the video quality, so I'm redoing it. So there's going to be 4 different piles, and each is going to have their own flavor, usually. And this is a general reading, so just take whatever resonates in terms of what that means for something to resonate. Usually it can be like shivers on the back of your neck, or maybe a voice in your head being like, yeah, that's it, that applies, or a warming in your heart center. But regardless, if something sounds really, really off about the reading, it's probably not, the message is probably not meant for you. So I'm back from my hiatus. I've been busy studying law, and I really miss doing tarot readings for people. And I figured I should get back into it. So anyways, without further ado, I think we can... interesting energies coming out today. This might be, I don't know, precursors, who knows, but anyhow. So I'm doing 7 cards per pile. And this is from my tarot deck. And also I'm going to use oracle cards, my animal deck that I absolutely love. Not a huge fan of the spirit animal name, to be quite honest. I think it's quite appropriative, but you know, that's just me. I still use it though, because I like the advice that it gives. So each tarot card pile is going to have a general energy for what's to come in your Mercury retrograde experience, and the oracle card is kind of just going to be some overarching advice for what you could do in your specific scenario. Okay. I always like to be organized. Can you tell I'm type A? So pile 1, let's get started into your reading. Let's see what Mercury retrograde has in store for you. The Magician. Okay, so you're manifesting something, looking to the future with the 2 of Wands. The 7 of Cups. Yeah, there's something that you're planning or wanting to plan. Oh, but there's some heartbreak and some time out. Some reconnecting with your spirit so you can get back into the fray. Interesting. Okay, let's see what we've got. So on top of all of that, I'm getting contemplation. So throughout my readings, I'll get random words that come to mind when I'm looking at your cards. Contemplation, competition, uncertainty, fickleness. That's an interesting word I haven't used before in a reading. Flip-flopping. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. But really big on the uncertainty. There's something that you're searching for. Some kind of something outside of yourself, and you're trying to bring it into your life. I'm not sure what this stems from though. Let's clarify. Where is this uncertainty stemming from? I think there's something that you need to reconnect within yourself emotionally this Mercury retrograde. Because of the 3 of Swords, it's usually an indication of like some pretty serious heartbreak, frankly. And you might be feeling like you're fighting yourself on something. You're not sure which way to go. You're also clinging to something. The Hanged Man. Yeah, it's a change of perspective that you're needing. Oh, pardon me. Change of perspective to achieve completion. So maybe there's a project that you've been working on and you just don't know which direction to take it in, or there's some sort of emotion that you've been grappling with, some sort of grief, some sort of wound, and it's requiring you to kind of flip the script, so to speak, and really figure out how to bring this cycle to a close, how to bring balance and incorporate all the growth that you've experienced over this last period, probably since last Mercury retrograde, actually. I'm interested in the Four of Swords. I keep looking at it because it kind of feels out of place here, to be quite honest. There's a lot of movement associated with all the cards except for that one, which is like, it makes sense. The Four of Swords is a very peaceful card with not that much movement. They're kind of self-contained here, as you can see. But I'm curious what this Four of Swords is calling to specifically. The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so I think this is an indication that you need to find stability. The Ten of Pentacles is the pinnacle of that manifestation of stability. So I think you're looking for that in your life. There's been a lot of upset and turmoil. There's the Five of Wands here, so lots of tension and back and forth and like lots of movement, almost dizzying. And it looks like you just need to take a step back. I'm also curious about the Two of Wands. Like, what can you look forward to in this regard? The Knight of Pentacles. So you can look forward to building something as you're tackling this healing, because the Knight of Pentacles is very intentional work. I'd say it's someone who is very patient, very dedicated, and that's the kind of thing that's going to be required for the healing that you're in need of. Curious about this Three of Swords too, actually. So let's look into that. Oh. Yeah. I see some sort of heartbreak that's been experienced. We've got the Ace of Cups, the Tower, and Strength. So this is something actually quite major that's happened, and something that's very unexpected, unfortunately, and probably left you feeling like the rug was pulled out from underneath you. And I really empathize with you, Pile One. That's something that's really tough to deal with. So yeah, I don't know how that might specifically manifest, but this could be like a relationship, like a romantic relationship that's ended. This could actually be like potentially losing a loved one in your family or your friend group or community, just something, or even maybe a part of yourself that you relied on, but suddenly it just did a 180 on you, and now you don't know where to find that emotional fulfillment, and it's just left you feeling really heartbroken, frankly. So it looks like you could really use a break. So that's all I'm getting so far. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Let's look at, I'm getting an energy from the Seven of Cups where it's like someone's supposed to be helping you. Or something's helping you, some sort of energy. The Five of Cups. I also want to say your gratitude for all the things that you do still have is helping you through this. Because the Five of Cups is kind of this idea of crying over spilled milk. But in this context, I'm seeing a person here still holding on to the one cup that's upright and still looking at it with a lot of appreciation and kind of just contemplating, well, this is still what I have in my life, and this is what can still bring me joy. So you've got a lot going on, Pile One. I hope things calm down soon. So let's look at your advice. Oh my God. So we've got the Manatee, Dugong, and the advice is accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. And this ties in again with the Hanged Man. um, the Five of Wands, all of this sort of energy. This card, the Magician, is definitely depicting you. But it seems like your tactics aren't really working. Like what you usually need to do is not serving you. Queen of Swords. And you need clarity. You need to get really brutally honest with yourself, frankly, about what's not working for you. Yeah, you're dwelling a lot and you need to just let it go. And that's how you'll be able to move through this situation gracefully. Yeah, I think that's all I see for you, pound number one. I hope this was helpful. I hope it offered you some confirmations, and I wish you the best in Mercury retrograde. It looks like you got your work cut out for you, frankly, but I'm confident you can handle it. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share this video. And thank you for coming to this tarot reading. I hope to see you again soon. Merci. Okay. Pitikwe pile number 2, welcome. So we're looking today at what's going on this Mercury retrograde in your life. Sort of a general reading of what you can expect, what you're going through, and also some advice about how to deal with that situation. Judgment. Okay. Oh, interesting. You're really being called to draw on your creative know-how and your expertise on something. 3 of Pentacles, so many Pentacles, the Hierophant, Page of Wands. Yeah, there's some sort of creative project here that you've been hiding from other people, actually. And I'm seeing that it's kind of like, it's almost there. And you're just waiting. It's almost like you don't want to share it because it might be too good to be true if you do. I don't know why I'm getting that energy, but there's so much light here. There's so many beautiful oranges and vibrant yellows and calm blues. So let's get some clarification. I'm curious what this 4 of Pentacles means. And actually the Judgment as well, Judgment card. 4 of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, you're worried that people are going to steal your idea. Ooh, okay. Actually, you know what? You might have encountered this situation before, and so you're really anxious about it happening again, where someone might actually come and take your idea and use it for their own. This might actually be, you might actually be experiencing this right now because there's the 2 queens, and that can represent 2 different people. Interesting. Judgment. Let's see what's going on here. The Fool. Oh, wow. 4 of Wands. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, wow. So this is some really beautiful energy, though. Like, this is a project that is great. You know what? It might be a situation where you're collaborating with someone, but you're concerned that they're going to run off with what you've both worked on together. But I don't really see that happening, honestly. I see a lot of beautiful energy. The 4 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, Judgment, all of these cards coming together to create a situation where people are being accountable to what they're saying they're going to do, about who they say they are, and really creating an amazing sense of community. A place where other people can gather. Like the 4 of Wands is usually depicted by a couple standing under a beautiful flowering arbor. And here we've got 4 different, I'm not even sure what these creatures are. They kind of remind me of deer, but they've got unicorn horns. So it's definitely, I'd say it's a collaborative endeavor. And also with the Three of Pentacles too, that usually denotes collaboration as well. So I'm curious, what is with this Page of Wands? I never really know how to interpret the pages, honestly. So I'm intrigued by what it means here. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so it might be a scenario where this idea is just taking off the ground and you're trying to juggle things as best you can, but you're not sure where it's headed specifically. But with the Hierophant, it shows me that people are playing by the rules and there's no sneakiness involved or anything amongst whoever is working on this project with you. It's more so a concern of outside influences being kind of shady, trying to impose restrictions and rules that you're not keen on. Okay. What kind of project is this, though? Let's see. Okay. Oh, wow. Well, no wonder you're worried about someone stealing the idea. This is something that has never been done before. It's something that's kind of a little, I want to say unbridled, because we've got the Knight of Wands, the Tower, and the Seven of Cups. So there's so many different options here and so many iterations of what this project could look like. And it's kind of like it was a strike of lightning where you were caught off guard in terms of the possibilities, but now that it's happened, you're working with this person and one of you is looking at the map and the other is looking at this tree castle in the sky. Intriguing. Let's see who these people are, like who you are in this reading. Oh, there we go. Page of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to give a description about who these two individuals are and you can decide which one applies to you. So on one side, we've got the Page of Swords and the Queen of Wands, and that is someone who is very quick-witted, someone who maybe runs their mouth a little bit and who loves to get things started. It's very passionate, very fiery, very engaging, charming, charismatic, visionary, that sort of person. Kind of a Sailor Mars vibe, and she's my favorite. So that's really cool. And then this other person is a lot more chill, a lot more grounded, the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So this actually might be someone who has more experience in whatever you're doing, whatever's going on in this scenario, has a lot more resources, actually tangible resources with the Nine of Pentacles. Someone who's very relatable, approachable, knows what they're talking about, works with integrity, and wants to create a solid foundation for whatever this may be. So this is honestly quite a good team because you have someone who is very inspirational. And this is so funny, actually. So in this card here, you've got the person here. So this would be the Queen of Wands, Page of Swords person pointing to this tree and being like, hey, look at all these different options that we have. And then you have this person here holding the map, looking more so at the tangible material things and pardon me, just trying to figure out what the best course of action to take is with these tangible things. So I think that's all that I have in terms of the tarot, but let's look at your advice. So this is the Emu card and it says this is a good time to go on a new adventure. So if you are wondering whether to move forward with this project, the answer is hell yes. Please do it because it is something that's going to be really showing you what you're made of. It's going to sort of bring together all of the maybe synchronicities that you've experienced so far. I don't really see any trials or tribulations, honestly. It's kind of like you've gone past that, and now you're at a place of stability, and you're finally able to just take all the different pieces and put it together like a beautiful puzzle and work from there. Like you're putting together different pieces of a map, and you can finally find your way. So yeah, merci, pile 2, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe this video. I look forward to seeing you next time, and I hope Mercury retrograde treats you well. So far from what I've seen, I think that is the case. And just keep believing in yourselves and your skills and abilities, and I think you will be just fine. Taanshi, pile 3. Hope you're doing well today. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with my voice today, but it probably has something to do with me seeing a friend during a walk and us just cackling together the entire time. There's a lot of synchronicities going on in the world today. And in general, I think. But anyhow, I'm going to get you started with your tarot cards. We've got 7 different cards to kind of just look at what's going on this Mercury retrograde for you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so if there's anything that seems really off, this is probably not the pile or message or even video for you. That's totally fine. We want to make sure that you're getting useful guidance, you know? So anyhow, let's just get into it. King of Cups. Okay. Emotional stability is the first thing that comes to mind. 5 of Pentacles, but isolation. 10 of Cups. Being separated from someone. Justice. 2 of Swords. Having to make a decision. Rebalancing. 7 of Wands. Fighting for something or fighting something else outside of you. Okay. I'm seeing that you're having to really dig deep in yourself to figure out where you're wanting to go with something, which sounds really nebulous, I know. I don't want to just be like vague about this stuff. Of course, we have to keep things general because it's not just a specific reading for one person, but at the same time, I think everyone would like some answers or some clarity. Okay, where to begin? What is this? You know what? Let's start with the one card that is intriguing me the most, and that's the 2 of Swords. Because this is indicating a choice of some kind. The King of Pentacles. The Star. Ooh, you're trying to decide if you need to break out of your shell or if you're even ready to break out of your shell and follow a dream of yours and make it material. Very interesting. Okay. And I'm curious what this 7 of Wands is about, because this is actually quite a stressful card. When I look at this, I get just, like, you know, it's not a comfortable energy. It's very palpable. It's, I feel it right here, the stress of this card. Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Chariot. Okay, we're talking about following your heart here. There's something, I think it's reconnecting to your emotions or something involved. The Chariot is, I'm seeing this little crab, the Cancer symbol. And Cancer is all about emotion. And typically the Chariot is a card of focused, very pointed and directed work. We've got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups here. So there's something that you've been fighting within yourself emotions wise. I'm curious. It might have to do with another person, actually. Justice. Oh man, I keep like bouncing around and everything. There's so much confusion here, and it's not even like there's the Five of Wands or the Eight of Wands or the Two of Pentacles, like all these different cards that show like a lot of movement. It's just I don't know. It's like I don't know where to look, and even my speech right now is getting kind of frantic, and this is so strange. I just feel like itchy, anxious, like a fire's lit under my butt, that kind of thing. Like I just like ants in my pants. That's what it is. So let's see what the Devil, the Three of Swords, the World. So I think this is moving on from a relationship of some kind, because we've got the Devil and we've got the World with the Ten of Cups. And this might not even necessarily be romantic, but there's been an ending with the Three of Swords, and it's been very painful. You might still be fighting this because the Devil talks about karmic bonds. But with the World here, it's kind of like it's done, like it's over. And normally the World to me shows abundance, similar to the Empress, but here it's kind of just like like we've finished the cycle. It's done, it's over. We need to move on. We need to move towards something more stable. And so I think that I want to look at the Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I see healing happening here. It's kind of like you've gone into your shell and you're going really deep and looking for inspiration on how to heal from whatever's happened here. Oh, yeah. Oh, pile 3, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is hard. Oh, I'm crying. I'm gonna cry. I'm getting emotional. This is really hard. This is someone that you really, really cared about and you didn't want to lose. But it's almost like you've learned what you need to learn, because we've got this Ten of Swords here. It's kind of, the Ten of Swords is just overkill in terms of overthinking and trying to, I almost feel like replaying everything in your mind to the point where it's futile. There's nothing to go back to here. It's happened and it's hit rock bottom, and you need to move on and start healing from this. The Hermit, yeah. Yeah, you need to, I think you just need a break, pile 3. And you need to take stock and lay some new roots with this Ace of Pentacles. And also with the Hermit, you need to really figure out, I think on a spiritual level, what you need and what you want right now, and sort of setting your sights on like what your emotional needs are, as well as taking stock of what you've already learned and accomplished from this connection with whoever this person or people may be. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got Death, the Fool, and the Two of Pentacles clarifying the King of Cups. So I think what you're dealing with these two kings here is this balance of the material and the emotional and spiritual. There's been a huge change here. You're kind of just like the Death card is a phoenix, and it's showing just an explosion of energy and power. And the Fool is just this beautiful forward movement into the unknown. And the Two of Pentacles is just kind of balancing everything and trying to figure out what is the best formula for what to do. Yeah. I'm really sorry, Pile 3. This is someone that I think you plan on having in your life for a really long time. And I'm not sure what this person means to you specifically, but what I'm seeing here is it was like a very deep connection, and it's something that's going to require a bit of grieving. Because yeah, it's so interesting. I'm getting tower vibes, and the towers at here. It's almost like that moment. This is the aftermath of that tower moment. The word falling apart, falling in love is coming to mind. Unbreakable, that's another word. Cautious. Flighty. That's an interesting word, flighty. Unencumbered. Lots of interesting words coming through for pile 3. Yeah, this is tough for a Mercury retrograde for sure. It's kind of like everything's just being dredged up, and for one last go, one more round around the track. I don't even know if that's an expression, but if it isn't, then I'll coin that right now. So in terms of advice, let's see what you have to do. The walrus, interesting. Remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. So what the walrus tells me for your situation is you need to listen to spirit, or whatever sort of faith entity you identify with, or even just relying on your inner voice, your inner knowing. It's different than logic though. This is not looking at what you've experienced before. This is finding meaning in symbols and actions and speech and expression coming from the outside world into your consciousness. This is not self-generated. This is not like you're looking at a list of things that you've experienced in your life. It's kind of like you're being asked to be receptive and then turn inwards and process things. So just look out for any repeating triple digits, for example. Anything that was kind of specific to this connection. Maybe it might be a situation where like you have a specific song with this person and you hear it, and that's, I think, a cue for you to kind of just appreciate what existed in this connection, but to let it go, because I don't see, it kind of just feels firm and stuck and over and just like very, it's so weird. I'm not sure if this was the pile that I said this earlier before, but like my vision kept like bouncing around. But now that I'm seeing everything, it kind of, it's almost like it's self-contained. And it's almost like you're looking at a storybook. And there's a clear beginning and a clear end. And the only thing that you need to really do now is kind of flip through the pages and take note of all maybe the red flags that existed, all of the times that were really good in this connection, and just take those things and then carry them with you forward through your healing during Mercury retrograde. So yeah, I think that's all for pile 3. Merci for joining me. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe this video. And I wish you the best for everything going on this Mercury retrograde, and I hope to see you again soon.